Oh, Father, tell me, do we get what we deserve? Oh, we get what we deserve. And we're down we go.
Manchester United's attack has been broken for too long, from way before Ruben arrived. Posting a negative goal difference was once unthinkable, but United have done so in back-to-back seasons, and if we're honest, no one's surprised. In his first season, Amorim was forced to endure watching his players squander golden opportunity after golden opportunity in front of goal, and something had to be done about it. What if a big part of the answer was hiding in plain sight? What is it that makes Mbeumo dangerous? How did he score 20 goals and get 7 assists in the Premier League? What exactly will he bring to sharpen up United's attack? And what is the one genuine question United fans should ask about Mbeumo that needs to be answered? Let me tell you everything you need to know about Mbeumo, a man who quietly transformed himself from supporting act to leading man, and along the way became one of the Premier League's most prolific attackers.
Yeah, see you can't grow no more. And we're down we go.
Mbeumo's journey to United wasn't built on talent alone, but a commitment to improvement. That began during his teenage years at Troyes in France. Aged 17, Mbeumo was initially deployed in deeper midfield roles, but Brentford's recruitment team saw something special. They invested a club record £5.8 million in 2019 for a player whose greatest asset wasn't his skill, but a desire to constantly improve, and improve he did. In his time at Brentford, Mbeumo demonstrated steady development across key attacking areas, proving that hard work and dedication can transform any player's ceiling. But the craziest part of his story, Mbeumo actually showed shocking finishing during his first season in the Prem. Consistently got into great positions, but failed to convert those chances. Mbeumo's response reveals everything about his character. Rather than becoming discouraged, he dedicated himself to improving. And the result? He went from being the biggest XG underperformer in the entire league to the biggest overperformer in 3 seasons. In simpler terms, he made himself extremely clinical, even from tough positions. So how did he do that? Mbeumo's an intelligent player. It allows him to operate effectively in various roles across the front line. He tends to drift inside from his preferred wide right position, operating to great effect between the lines, where defenders do struggle to pick him up. While he has the technical and physical ability to stay wide and beat a man like a traditional winger, Mbeumo recognised that when cutting into central positions, it offered him a greater goal threat, and his off-the-ball movement is a constant threat for defenders thanks to that variation that he has. Smart channel runs, diagonal movements, and the ability to situate himself between the two centre-backs. He is a constant thorn in the side of a defence. He's also a major asset out of possession, which is going to be important for Amorim. When it comes to pressing and transitions, Mbeumo brings a formidable defensive work rate. He performed brilliantly within Brentford's mid to high pressing system that caused problems for every Premier League team, including United. His game reading is also spot on, and in Mbeumo's background as a midfielder, it really became an advantage in his attacking role now. His tackling stats are excellent for a player operating primarily in advanced positions, and his interception numbers show his ability to read the game 2 to 3 passes ahead of the action, joint second for most possessions won in the final third last season. Mbeumo became Brentford's primary weapon for winning the ball high up the pitch and immediately transitioning into dangerous attacking positions. Imagine the possibilities of him pairing with Ahmad. Opposing teams should find it borderline impossible to play out from the back down their left. In theory, anyway. As for his passing, Mbeumo currently completes just shy of 80% of 16 short passes per 90. However, like seemingly every other part of Mbeumo's game, his passing ability has developed a lot since his arrival in the Premier League, and everything suggests it will continue to improve at United. But Mbeumo is much more than a safety-first passer anyway. What sets him apart from other wingers is his willingness to attempt those difficult passes. He's constantly looking to progress the ball forward and drive his team forward rather than taking a safe option. Mbeumo is also a dangerous crosser of the ball. He has a genuinely powerful left-footed delivery that he often strikes first time. And last season, he added crucial variation into his game, introducing those low-driven crosses across the 6-yard box, and that unpredictability is important. Overall, a low pass completion rate might seem concerning, but it reflects his role and willingness to take those risks rather than being inefficient. He's often positioned as the highest player up the pitch. He's afforded the freedom to attempt those ambitious passes. Now, if you had to call just one area of Mbeumo's game elite, it would be his ball carrying ability. Mbeumo excels at shifting his momentum to retain possession under pressure, often driving into the most dangerous positions in the right-hand attacking pocket, and his progressive carrying stats tell the story of his development. You can see here how he's developed that over his time at Brentford. Now in the final third specifically, he averages an impressive 1.98 carries into the opposition penalty area per 90. That was enough to rank him 8th in Europe's top 5 leagues for carries into the opposition box, placing him ahead of players like Dembele and Kvaratskhelia. He displays a real cerebral method when it comes to taking players on, and it shouldn't really come as too much of a surprise when you learn about Mbeumo's passion for chess. He's spoken about how the board game has shaped his approach to football. He explained, in chess, we move, we wait for the opponent to move, and you attack or defend. It's the same in football. I know. Bombshell moment. You can see this chess-like mentality in his ball carrying. He doesn't just run at defenders mindlessly, but calculates his moves, waits for the right moment. And I'm looking forward to watching him checkmate a few players next season in a United shirt. Yes, I said that. Now, beyond the technical, Mbeumo's physical power is impressive but often goes unnoticed because of his height and playing style. He actually covered the 4th most distance of any player last season in the Premier League, and he also clocked the 3rd highest top speed in the Premier League last season, proving that his pace is elite level when he needs to hit top gear, and that combination of endurance and explosive speed should contribute a lot to raising United's athletic floor. But goals. How will he help United score more goals? That's the million-dollar question. When it comes to pure offensive production, Mbeumo's numbers last season were sensational, and his goal-scoring record tells the story of a player who has completely transformed his attacking output. With 20 goals and 7 assists, he ranked 4th among the Premier League top scorers, behind only Salah, Isaac and Haaland. Elite company by any nature. He consistently turned half chances into goals through positioning and clinical finishing. And his conversion rate of 24.2% ranked him 6th highest in the league, proving that when he gets the chances, he makes them count. But his impact extends far beyond just his goals. His 3.8 shot-creating actions per game highlight his ability to create for others. Crosses, corners, unpredictable individual moments that change games. He ranked highest for expected assists last season. He just didn't have the finishes. And Mbeumo showcased beyond any doubt that he's a dual threat opposition teams have to take seriously. And everything about this sounds great, right? But will he be able to handle the pressure and expectations of Manchester United? The answer to that could lie in how Mbeumo responded to increased responsibility at Brentford following Ivan Toney's departure. They lost their primary goalscorer and attacking threat, and Mbeumo immediately stepped up to assume greater responsibility in both goal contributions and chance creations. He took on the burden, and in an interview following Toney's departure for Brentford, Mbeumo said, "To be one of the best, you have to assume the pressure that comes onto you. If I have to take this position, then I will take it." Not just empty words from a player trying to impress, but a genuine mindset that's been proven through performances and development. His career serves as evidence of a player dedicated to improvement, and this self-improvement isn't just evident on the pitch. Mbeumo is also a self-taught piano player who learned his skills through YouTube. Fair play. Premier League goal scorer on a Saturday, playing green sleeves on a Sunday. What a man. Plus, he's got a cracking beard. That should be pointed out. He deserves praise. Now, where were we? Mbeumo has shown in his career so far that he can adapt to any formation, and that versatility means that he essentially solves multiple squad problems with one transfer. Depth and quality in several positions rather than just one specialist role. Now, there is one legitimate concern worth addressing. Mbeumo has thrived in Brentford's largely counter-attacking system where space is available. At United, he'll face deep defensive blocks more frequently. A very different challenge. It's the same concern many have about Matheus Cunha's move to United. Can a player who excels in counter-attacking scenarios adapt to patient build-up play? Mbeumo's profile suggests he's more equipped for this transition. His dribbling ability means he can create something from nothing even in tight spaces, and the fact that he's consistently improved every aspect of his game since arriving in the league gives me confidence he'll adapt to this new challenge too. Now, United have got into a habit in recent years of making expensive gambles on potential that is never realised, and Mbeumo represents something different, just like Cunha. He's proven that he can score consistently against the same defenders who have frustrated United's forwards. United are investing in a player who has established himself in the Premier League. He has the right mentality, he's got the leadership qualities, and it suggests he's more than ready for the step up for the demanding environment of Old Trafford. And United don't have enough of these characters. He's the 4th highest scorer in the Premier League last season, the highest XG over performer in the league, and was joint 2nd for possession 1 in the final third. Beyond the stats, there's that calculated chess-playing mentality and willingness to step up under pressure. And Mbeumo is part of the answer to United's attacking problems. Where in the past United have chased marquee names or the next big thing from Europe, it seems that they might have finally realised that often the right answer is staring you right in the face in the Premier League. And Mbeumo and Cunha are 2 examples of that changing strategy.
Oh, 'cause